After Chinese people's houses became the government's cash machines, now China's more than 500 million car owners are being targeted by the government. Now Chinese drivers are in despair. Recently, the CCP has issued new regulations for the annual inspection of fuel vehicles. Fuel vehicles produced in July 2011 or later must undergo OBD system inspection. This OBD is an onboard diagnostic system which mainly uses the OBD diagnostic instrument to read the vehicle's data to see if the car has any fault codes. The CCP authorities use special equipment to read the vehicle's OBD data information as a criterion for judging whether the vehicle has passed the inspection. However, the problem is that many car owners say that the OBD inspection is too strict. As long as one car's data is detected to be abnormal, the vehicle will not pass the annual inspection and must be repaired at a designated auto repair station. If the data fails 3 times of inspection, the car will be directly scrapped. This blogger gave a detailed introduction to OBD detection. Brothers, the most stringent annual car inspection in history is coming. You must pay attention if you have an old car, especially one made after 2011. Now, our cars are no longer required to be scrapped after 600,000 kilometers. It only depends on whether you can still drive. In the past, car inspections were just about inserting an instrument into the exhaust pipe, checking your exhaust gas, and then going to the inspection line and kicking it hard twice. Even if it doesn't work, you can find a scalper to do it. Now, you need to insert OBD detection, and all places will be tested for you, such as the oxygen sensor, 3-way catalytic particle trap, throttle valves, etc. If there's a problem with one of them, you will fail the annual inspection. You need to go to the designated M station to repair your car. Only after uploading the data after repairing will you be eligible for re-examination. If it fails 3 tests, it will be scrapped directly. The blogger said that daily maintenance is essential for car owners. Throttle valves and spark plugs, wash what needs to be cleaned, replace what needs to be replaced, and don't buy fake oil filters for cheap. If you really get to the M station, it won't be something that can be solved for $10. M stations are motor vehicle repair stations. M stations are maintenance points jointly designated by the Chinese government's Vehicle Management Department and Environmental Protection Department. There are very few designated maintenance points in a city, and they monopolize the market. Without the maintenance records of the M station, it's impossible to apply for a car review again, and the fees of these designated car repair stations are incredibly high, even several times that of outside car repair stations. Regarding the very stringent OBD testing recently introduced by the CCP, the blogger concluded, "Can OBD be used in food testing?" Although on the surface it seems that OBD testing can check the vehicle's exhaust emissions, it avoids the previous violent testing. However, this has also triggered complaints from many car owners. The implementation of OBD testing can be said to be very abnormal. If the car has a fault code, it will fail the inspection. Car owners believe that this is a disaster for old cars. Cars are used for a long time, so various minor faults are inevitable. In the past, some fault codes could be ignored if the problem did not affect driving safely. But now, if there is a fault code, it must be repaired. Some car owners said that many cars that have just been driven for 6 years cannot pass the OBD test. Have any friends gone for a car inspection recently? You should all know about the OBD system. If you fail the inspection 3 times, the car will be scrapped. Today, I accompanied a friend to the annual vehicle inspection, but his car failed the inspection. His car is 6 years old, only 6 years old, unlike mine, which is already 13 years old. I had the car inspected in May this year, and there was nothing wrong with it. His car did not pass today's annual inspection, so we went to the designated M store. I don't know who owns this kind of store, whether it was the same people who tested nucleic acid during the epidemic. I heard them say someone spent over $1,000 fixing this thing, and it finally passed. So, if we could afford to replace the car, would we still inspect the vehicle every year? Is this the CCP government forcing us to buy new energy vehicles? Right? As for those who make the regulations, you don't even read these regulations, do you? The most outrageous policy is that the inspection station specifically designates M stations to repair vehicles that fail the OBD test. If the car owner does not go to these M stations for repairs, the government department will not give the car owner a second chance for vehicle inspection. With this confidence, M stations charge incredibly high prices, which are several times higher than those of ordinary repair stations, and they may not be able to repair it. M stations even damage some cars and cannot be put online, but the staff do not care. My beloved car has been with me for many years and has been forcibly scrapped. I am crying out here. My car is now scrapped. After the M station repaired my car yesterday, it could not be tested online. My car is now scrapped, so I can only park it here for a few days. There is no other way. If I drive it out, it will be considered as driving a scrapped motor vehicle and my driver's license will be revoked. I'll just leave the car here and see how it'll be handled. I don't know which department or unit can handle this matter, so I will look for it myself. After all, these corresponding units organize this M station, so I can only go to their place to repair it. But they repaired the car even worse. It was not only worse, it was not repaired properly, but it was also directly scrapped. At first, the vehicle could still go on the line, but the exhaust gas was not up to standard. Later, after it was repaired, it could not go on the line at all. Then I contacted M Station, and they said that this had nothing to do with M Station. As a result, my car is now scrapped and my property has been reduced. Many car owners also disclose that the OBD test has an even more extreme regulation. Whether it's a new or old car, as long as it fails the test 3 times, it will be forced to be scrapped. Many car owners said that their vehicles have been scrapped and cannot be driven on the road. In this video, the car owner expressed regret that his used car had to be discarded. These are the final destinations of used cars. They are all good cars. Now they can't even pass the inspection. They are all scrapped. It's a colossal waste. Some netizens sarcastically said, "If you honestly give your car to scalpers for inspection, then the car will be qualified even if it emits black smoke." This means that Chinese scalpers are all people with government backgrounds. Someone pointed out, now Douyin is criticizing this matter. All official accounts of relevant departments have closed comments. Others lamented, "This is the end of the road for the government." Some foreign netizens said, "In Malaysia, as long as the car is not assembled or broken into 2 parts and re-welded together, it will pass the inspection." OBD testing may have the most significant impact on used cars, and used car dealers have also expressed their opinions. I worked hard to save some money and finally bought a car worth a few hundred to $1,000 so my wife and children would no longer be frozen. But what happened? With one order, you blocked all the ways for us to live. Do you know what it means to understand the people's feelings? What does it mean to listen to their livelihood? We are not afraid when new car prices are reduced or used cars cannot be sold. Now that the latest annual inspection is here, we are terrified. More than 100 cars cannot pass the yearly inspection, and all of them will be scrapped. Now, not only are old cars having trouble passing annual inspections, but under the new regulations on OBD testing, even new cars bought just 1 year ago are at risk of having trouble passing annual inspections. I bought this new Great Wall car in December 2023. It's the top model, runs on diesel, and has an automatic transmission. It's been exactly 1 year. It was the first inspection after 1 year. The smoke value limit is 1.2, which is 100%. The limit is 1.2, but mine is too high. The actual test result is 1.85. According to previous regulations, it's qualified if it exceeds 80%. I failed the first online inspection. Then I went to the M station. They said that the car had not passed the 3 guarantees, that is, repair, replacement, and refund, after 1 year of driving. They asked me to go to the forest store. After I went to the forest store, they told me to clean everything, such as the supercharger, various EGRs, EPFs, and intake manifolds. They cleaned all of them and charged me $362 for the labor. The second time I went online, the 100% point limit was 1.2, and the result was even worse. It was qualified before it exceeded 80%. The result is more serious, meaning my $362 was wasted, and after the second time I went online, my car was locked. The car owner had no choice but to complain to Great Wall After Sales Service. Great Wall After Sales Service drove his car over and replaced the catalytic converter for him. Today is the 4th day, and I went to the M station to unlock it again. This is a new car that has only been driven for a year.
你说让我们怎么弄？
What do you think I should do?
我这希望这长城汽车也跟咱们一个说法呀。
I really hope after sales service of Great Wall Motors can give us an explanation. From the video, you can hear the car owner's helplessness and confusion. He wrote, I have only driven a Great Wall car for a year and the exhaust emissions did not meet the standards during the inspection. I failed the inspection and failed the inspection continuously. Is it the problem with the car, the policy, or the diesel from PetroChina we bought? Or is there something wrong with my car purchase? This statement triggered heated responses from netizens, with some saying, new cars are exempt from inspection for 6 years. Others said, nothing is wrong, it's the government's wallet that has problems. There are no rules, they just find a name to rob the people. Someone bluntly pointed out, there is nothing wrong with people, but everything else has problems. Just the food you eat, the cigarettes you smoke, and the alcohol you drink now all have problems. This is the characteristic of the CCP. Everyone thinks the problem comes from the CCP, eager to make money. Smart Chinese people have already figured out the ins and outs of this. According to data released by the Ministry of Public Security of China in July this year, by the end of June 2024, China's motor vehicle ownership will reach 440 million, including 345 million cars and 24.72 million new energy vehicles. There will be 532 million motor vehicle drivers, including 496 million car drivers. Faced with this huge automobile market, the CCP decided to take drastic measures to reap the benefits. The title of this passage is How to Stimulate the Automobile Market, and the following content mentions 1. Scrap old electric vehicles and the government will subsidize $2,800 when buying new electric cars. Purpose: eliminate the source of low-priced second-hand vehicles and reduce downgrade consumption. 2. Tighten the vehicle inspection threshold and include OBD in the inspection and assessment. The purpose is to increase the scrapping of old vehicles and the sales of new cars. 3. The speed limit of two-wheeled electric vehicles is 25 km per hour and windproof blankets are not allowed. Purpose: don't ride an affordable electric vehicle all day long. Want to go on the road? Go buy a car. 4. To shorten the car replacement cycle, use the lowest standard for car manufacturing and the highest standard for car inspection. These 4 points can be said to have fully revealed the CCP's hidden calculations.
以前他们禁摩使，
I didn't say anything when they banned motorcycles because I don't ride one. Today, they restricted electric vehicles, but I didn't say anything because I don't ride one either. Now, they want to force me to scrap my car because it failed the OBD test. Is there anyone who can stand up and speak for me?
为我发声呐喊。
Some netizens posted, no one cares about us when we lose our jobs. No one cares about us when we are unemployed and have no income. No one cares about us when we are homeless. No one cares about us when we are sick and have no money for treatment. No one cares when our bosses owe us wages, and no one cares when the house we bought with all our savings is in ruins. However, when we finally bite the bullet and buy a car, the government suddenly becomes concerned about our safety. Netizens ask the CCP, then why has the food safety scandal lasted so long? Why is the food not on OBD? Why does the car fail the annual inspection and have to go to your special M station for repairs? The car was scrapped in the end. It is bluntly just to make money. The netizen highlighted the CCP's hypocrisy. Such concern is more like a performance and a false pretense. Where were you when we were unemployed, sick, homeless, faced injustice, and had a hard life? They are always selective concerns, ignoring the help that is really needed. The real concern should be empty comfort but real help. It's ridiculous to show them all under the same sky. One netizen bluntly asked, isn't this forcing fuel car owners to change their cars? If you don't scrap your old cars, how can they get you to buy new ones? Electric vehicles are overcapacity and other countries are increasing tariffs. They will always have to find a way to get people to buy their products. The vehicle OBD test was officially announced as early as November 1st, 2019. Although the policy was launched long ago, inspection stations in various places have not implemented it. The recent mandatory OBD test by the Chinese government may be a test of the public's tolerance level. If it goes well, it will be fully promoted to achieve the hidden goal of making money from the people. If the public response is too strong, it may be slowed down. This is the consistent method of the CCP. Regarding the sudden emergence of OBD testing, the Chinese public has already guessed which group is behind it.
我想问一下，这是谁家孩子又出来创业了？
I would like to ask whose descendant is starting a business again. Why are you always looking at people's pockets? You can't do this if you want to stimulate consumption. People are not stupid. Who doesn't know how to spend money if they have money? You'd make an OBD test and have it repaired at a designated location. You are really good at stimulating consumption. Can't you put this attitude towards food safety? What kind of tests are you planning to produce next? Can you tell us in advance so ordinary people can prepare for it? Oops.
行不行？哎呀！
Who in China has the ability to promote OBD testing forcefully? Netizens use the sewer to cover the source of the news. Someone wrote, according to the sewer news, the people who suggested doing the car OBD test and those who did the nucleic acid test during the epidemic are the same. Is it strange? Is it scary? Is it unexpected? I just want to ask whether you are sarcastic about this group. These two pictures are even more ironic. The words on the top and bottom pictures are, you used to do nucleic acid tests on people, but now you do OBD tests on cars. Regarding this OBD test that has almost annoyed everyone, some people in the automotive industry have also spoken out.
本人实名强烈建议
I strongly suggest that the OBD item in the annual vehicle inspection should be cancelled, and the M station should be cancelled immediately. It's not easy for ordinary people to make money. In the eyes of those of us working in the automotive industry, OBD is useless. It has no substantive effect. In addition, according to laws and regulations, Article 13 of the Road Traffic Safety Law, I have intercepted a part of it. No unit may require motor vehicles to be inspected at designated places, and the traffic management departments of public security organs and motor vehicle safety technical inspection agencies may not require motor vehicles to be required and maintained at designated places. The current situation is that everyone should be able to see the actual situation on the internet. It's a bit difficult to cover it up.
有点为难人了。
Chinese people are almost unanimous in their condemnation of OBD testing. Some people have even come up with a unique idea, imitating the rituals performed by monks and Taoists in the past to exorcise demons and ghosts, and have also filmed videos of performed rituals for OBD testing, warning CCP officials. Angering the gods will bring you retribution and punishment. Thank you for the non-violent vehicle inspection, but the OBD turned out to be cold violence. No one is buying houses now, and now they are targeting cars. We ordinary people are just poor, not stupid. Bicycles must be registered, and second-hand cars are facing paralysis. I advise you, CCP officials, to be kind. Angering the gods will bring you retribution and punishment. You, the relevant CCP officials, are worse than beasts. As China's economy is in a steep decline, the CCP is impatient in forcing the introduction of OBD testing, which has caused substantial public resentment and caused many used cars to be unsold. Chinese people complain that the CCP has cut the leaks at the root this time, forcing car owners to switch to new energy vehicles to promote consumption. However, the problem is that people have no money. Is this the rhythm of forcing people to go to the dead end? Once the people are pushed into a corner and can no longer survive, no matter how hard they work, the day when they rise and resist the CCP is not far away. That's all for today. If you like our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.